about the League of Legends. In the ongoing show, we're talking a little bit about a MOBA-style battle game that everyone seems to be interested in lately. We've got some interesting news to bring in this week. We have a cool new AMA that came out from Ransom, one of their lore guys. Some interesting tidbits from their community platform. A new, a viewing party?
Viewing party. New Thresh Skin. As well as some stuff that we missed last week. And finally, Fat Hands.
Vi stands for Fat Hands.
Vi. I just forgot. Sorry, it's just like every time I hear that, it's like, that is like one of those insults. It's like, I got giant metal gloves. Fat Hands! Shut up! Loser!
Oh, gosh.
For those of you that don't know the context to this, earlier today, Vi's Campion Page on the official website has been graffitied in bright pink art with the top saying Fat Hands.
Indeed. At the very bottom, it's like, X with a underscore.
It looks like a triangle and then like an upside down triangle, like kind of like that, but missing the top part. And there's a description underneath it. Now the bottom description part to it is kind of interesting. It's in really kind of like messed up text, and it's like Vi stands for stupid, rhyming all over town with silly hat lady. Vi counts shouldn't solve a crime if criminals snuck up behind her and shot her in the head. And it seems like, from what I get from this, speculation time, is one of the old, Piltover gangs that she ran with before she became a part of the Piltover police. And a lot of hints that we're going to be talking to later came from the Ransom AMA. And a lot of stuff was like, what can you tell us about it? It's like, well, I can't tell you anything, but here's some music I was listening to. And if you look at the selection of music, a lot of punk rock, a lot of like younger singers and stuff like that. So,
is there anything that talks about just being a misfit that's always ready to roll?
Hey, that's the plus side. If this is another champion like this, we're gonna have another rockin' tune. Rockin'!
But anyway, we were looking around, and our friendly friends over at surrender20.net found that on the file path to the website, there is a specific section that reads Jinx Assets, which hints that possibly the person behind this graffiti is named Jinx.
And she has a fond thing for cats, is one of the other things. So maybe she seems like a child the way she kind of wrote up the description with the weird caps and stuff like that.
Well, a lot of criminals aren't really known for their educational prowess.
Nope. Apparently, because fat heads is a thing.
Fat hands.
I love all the stuff she renamed all the skills for. Wussy vest, fail trained, love taps, insufficient force, and police brutality. So hopefully, at some point or another, those will be changed in game.
Let's hope. I'd love to see Fat Hands Vi.
It just takes off the gloves and she just has like these abnormally large hands.
The gloves are actually really thin.
They're like plastic, like really crappy like plastic gloves you get like for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, Fire, you don't care. There's just some pus in these, you know how it goes.
Sound of like moving water. Sorry, this is like the best news we had so far. It's kind of fun what they did here. It was something that like people weren't expecting, and kind of fun, kind of blurs the line between our world and Valorant.
Yeah, especially, when someone's always ready to roll.
We mentioned this earlier. We had a AMA come up from Ransom, and it's very long. A lot of information came out of it. Talking about some lore, a lot of lore actually, which was kind of nice to see, and all sorts of different things. But a few things that I found interesting: Xerath and Rengar are going to be the next ones to get visual updates, and so that's going to be interesting to see. Also, Heimerdinger. So those two are going to be the next one we're going to see. So keep that watch.
Right on.
A lot of really interesting information. A lot of stuff that we can't really go over because it's a lot of he said, she said. We don't know, if this is, worth talking about. So. Full list up on surrender20.net or on Reddit somewhere, but Surrender20 has it all nice and neat in a group little photo gallery.
Hooray! Other things that I really liked from the Ransom AMA, there was some cool stuff. getting his favorite games, which I can sympathize with in some aspects. A lot of talk, in particular, about who he's going to be running for next, and some of the stuff on the new champion stuff that we're taking a look. Next on our list...
Next up is Championship Thresh. This skin is going to be coming out with the World Finals, just like last year with Championship Riven. We're not sure about the price range, but it seems like it's going to be $9.75, and for a limited time, just like last year.
Indeed. The skin looks really cool from what we see from it so far. They've got a really detailed video about it. And, I don't know. I like the look of it, and I think a lot of the Thresh players are going to be happy with it.
I'm happy with it. It's kind of nice to see this, it's Thresh, but it's a really dark blue kind of feeling to it with a lot more mechanical stuff. Besides the deep sea skin, this one kind of gives a different contrast to him. A little bit more, updated kind of towards, instead of like a ghost, I think it's more like a mechanical ghost. Mecha ghost. So we'll be seeing that probably by the end of Season 3.
Indeed. Or perhaps here when these championship games really kick into swing, which I've been watching a little bit of. We've been having a crazy week with the convention, and also it's been hard for us to keep up, but definitely cool.
Yeah, I really did like a few games I was watching. Solo Mid has just been getting hammered. Every time I hear about them, it's like either they lost. They were 1-1 the last time I was able to sit down and watch a full game, but
I don't know. I'm hoping the Americans do a little better this year.
Yeah, not get shut out.
Mm-hmm. But after that, guys, we've got some new bundles. These are kind of similar to the ones we talked about a couple of weeks ago, but these are rather interesting.
First bundle we have is to celebrate National Talk Like a Pirate Day, and that is the Ninja Bashing Bundle.
Is that today?
I think it was a few days ago.
Oh.
I missed it on WoW, and I'm very upset. I didn't get that achievement again.
Darn.
But the first bundle includes Fiddlesticks, Fiddle Me Timbers, Catriona and Blightwater Catriona, Rumble,
Water, my friend.
Pirate, Rumble, Belligerent, Rumble, Swain plus Bilgewater.
I'll put it on the board.
Put it on the board. And then Buccaneer Tristana with that. If you don't know any of these characters or anything like that, it's going to be 1642 RP for the skins, or 3,502 for all of the champions plus the skins. It's half off, which is actually a decent deal for some of these skins.
Next, we have the Top Lane Terrors bundle, which includes Aatrox, Jace, Darius, Garen, and Lee Sin. A bunch of really powerful top lane fighters for 3,048 Ryan points.
No skins for this one. This is just a champions-only bundle.
Indeed.
Next up is the Pirate Hunting bundle. This one comes with Rammus, Ninja Rammus, Akali, Silverfang Akali, Zed, Shockblade Zed, Silver Moon Shen with the original Shen, of course, Kennen, and Arctic Ops Kennen. And this one is for 2,325 or 4,437 if you need the champions.
Finally, there's Here Be Dragons bundle with Shyvana, Lulu, Wukong, and Vayne. And this includes Ice Drake Shyvana, Dragon Tamer Lulu, Jade, Dragon Wukong, and Dragon Slayer Vayne, respectively. For all of these particular skins, it's 2,565 RP. And if you need the champions as well, it's 4,791 RP.
Why didn't they include Jarvan's Dragon Slayer skin?
I don't rightly know. I think he's in a couple of bundles as is.
Yeah.
So they maybe wanted to leave him out.
Yeah, it's weird that they include one Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, they should have, really.
It's like...
I mean, they have the tech to prorate it, so there's no reason not to put him in there.
Yeah. I think these are all prorated here. I think these are flexible bundles, so...
Indeed.
That's good. Pick them up. Definitely the one I would recommend getting is the Dragons one. It has probably the coolest looking skins.
Well, you got 40% off for Dragon Tamer Lulu.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's a
$13.50.
$13.50. That's right. So pretty much half that cost goes to Lulu, anyways.
Mm-hmm. That is some of the insanity, as they say.
Some other champions news coming up here is price reductions for Xerath and Misfortune, followed by Shyvana and Graves. They'll be reduced in price here soon, so if you're waiting on any of these champions, keep an eye out for him. Xerath is actually going to be getting a lot of power. He's actually been buffed fairly significantly, so
and
he's
there's
playable.
even more buffs on him on the PBE right now. They're working around his whole kit, so it's going to be really cool really soon.
Oh, last time I played Xerath, I went on like a murder spree on ARAM. It was insanely fun. No one could kill me until like 5-on-1s happened.
Right.
In some other community news, we didn't talk about this last week because we didn't really notice it, but the last Summoner Showcase happened. For those of you who do not know,
she quit, didn't she?
She found other opportunities, but
She quit.
she quit. Yeah. Honestly, people have been wanting my opinion about it. It's a bummer to see Summer Showcase go, but honestly, they could have done that in so many different ways. And honestly, I stopped watching them for a while. I liked it better when they were text formats.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely
a niche.
Yeah, the thing is, when it was in text, there wasn't like as much, favorites. And Nikos definitely had her choice of what she liked more than other things, and so some stuff kind of got edged out. Because it was like 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, they started out being like 5-6 minute videos, and by the end here, it became like a 2-minute thing. So sitting there, and it'd be more filler than actually seeing what people put out, which is kind of thing. That's my opinion. Now, like, I can't judge her personally on a basis because all I've seen of her is Summer Showcase, but I personally didn't watch it due to the fact that she hosted it. But hopefully she comes on to better and more exciting things.
Maybe she'll pull an Olivia Munn.
Piss off all of G4, and then like piss off all of her fans afterwards.
And then all of the world.
All of the world.
I'm gonna go on the Daily Show and suck. Oh no. Oh jeez.
Finally, some very interesting news. Riot is putting up a... How do you describe it? A viewing party searching system. And what you can do is, if you're hosting a party either at a bar or like a game, like what are they? Gaming clubs? Kind of one of those like pay per time gaming establishments. You can say, hey, we're going to be watching the World Finals here. There's going to be an admittance fee. There can be no admittance fee. Here's what we're going to be having, and it's just kind of one of those things where it's not going to be sponsored by Riot, but if you're going to be hosting something and you want more people to show up, here's your way to post it. It's interesting, but there's no real like incentive to go besides the fact that you're going to be checking things out. And it's like, if there's a fee, you can always just watch it at home. It's going to be a free stream.
Right on. And you can always just watch with a bunch of randoms if you like. I don't know. The Twitch feed and the League of Legends, path to whatever, their website, it's cool. I like chatting with people in the Twitch thing. But occasionally, I mean, especially last year, I mean, millions of people were watching it. So it was really difficult to have conversations or talk to people about what was going on. So I think with this party program, it'll be a much smaller group that you can watch a game with. So it might be more interesting, you group with a bunch of random people, you talk about the game, and you can actually have a conversation instead of going, Riot sucks, and then straight to the top, it's gone. Because like a million people are posting their thing at the same time.
Yeah, I could see where this could be fun. It's like going to a Super Bowl party or something like that.
Yeah.
But it all depends where the venue is, especially in your area. It's like if you're going to be charged an exorbitant amount to go watch something that's streamed for free, it's kind of one of those bumper things. And you never know. You could go there and the people there are just jerks. You get like, I know that like sometimes at those gaming parlors and stuff like that, you have people playing Dota and you have other people. So you go there and you have the normal customers will probably like kind of scoff you out, because I've had that a couple of times. You go to a tournament or something like that and the normal people will just scoff you out even though you're not like doing anything.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's all determined. Maybe your areas are better, but right now it's meh.
Indeed. But that's really it for official news this week, guys. Sorry we were a little scatterbrained, and we had loud people outside of our home, so it messed with the show a little bit. But we're gonna move on to our own section now. Our first question this week comes from our favorite Master 12. He says, "What teams are you guys rooting for in the World Finales?" Well, I don't know. A lot of people disagree with me, but I'm kind of rooting for Vulcan. Solo mid, I don't know. I feel like they've been getting beat around a lot, so I don't know that they'll pull it through. I'm just hoping Vulcan does. I know a lot of people are wanting Cloud9 to do well, and they might. I just haven't seen them played enough to really be like, yeah.
Yeah, right now we're looking at the standings. They haven't played yet, so I think they're in like the second bracket or something. But I know that Fnatic, even though they're a European team, they're the ones I've been really watching. They've had some really great plays over the course of the season, especially during that one Nexus kill with Cassidon. That was
I remember that play.
Oh, that
all
was
over YouTube.
That's one of the things that like stuck me.
You got Cassidy nerfed.
Single-handedly nerfed because of Fnatic. And that's an example of why they shouldn't base nerfs based on one play.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Solo Mid I had high hopes for. Hopefully Cloud9 does well. Just any other North American team that can do decently, hopefully they can make it up past the preliminaries, because last year they just got slaughtered. But there hasn't really been any team I've like had a strong passion for. It's just all kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say anymore. People are, I don't know, they're motivated about their teams. And it's charged, and people get knocked out quickly, especially with these challenger tiers.
Our next question actually comes from our Facebook page, and an honest apology, I didn't see this on the Facebook page until recently, so sorry it took us forever to get to it. And it's from Hel Centro Venges. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, that's just the way it is here. And he asks, remember the first time you guys played Diablo 1 on the PC without going online to play? Well, I was thinking, why not Riot Games make a new game about League using the same characters but in a different twist? Take new tasks, new items, new equipment, new bosses with underground dungeons, open fields, and new characters, storylines, and all that stuff.
This is something we've actually talked about.
Kind of a new twist on the lore, kind of how some games have.
Water Elemental and I grew up playing games like Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
And Diablo, obviously. But there was a big thing in Warcraft 3, like Custom Hero Arena, or Line Tower Wars, or Hero Line Wars, where, you'd have your hero that you made, or that you had chosen, and there'd be a part where you got and you PBE'd for a while. You'd kill monsters, you'd grind for gold, and then you'd be forced into an arena.
Just randomly, yeah, that was always the funnest thing, because you'd see that ticker go down, bam, someone randomly selected to fight another person, and if, it all was up to skill at that point.
Mm-hmm. And so League would be awesome with that. Maybe not necessarily with the PvP elements, but you could put the same heroes you have right now
with the same skills,
and the same items in a PvE situation easily. I mean, I'd love to see something like that.
And this would encourage you to actually buy new champions, so you could run these dungeons with different champions and stuff. And then going in there, you could probably find, special runes, stuff like that for PvE effects, and then just kind of going in there, and you can solo queue, duo queue, randomly find people to do these dungeons with, and it would expand the lore. Like, you would have an instance where you're going inside of Singed's laboratory, and you'd have to play only a Demacian, or go in there only as a Piltover, or you have another one where you're sieging probably the gates of Demacia, and you only could be a Noxus or a Zaun. So,
and plus, it would definitely open up League for more offline content, which really. Even their custom games, they're putting more and more restrictions on the creation of custom games and tutorials. So this would definitely allow players to really enjoy the game, maybe if they don't have a group they want to play with and they're kind of burnt on queuing up.
Because honestly, that's how I am right now. It's just if we can get a new crowd of people to play League of Legends, I think it would really help the toxicity kind of
Indeed.
flood out. Because you get this new group of people that are just trying to play from the standards of, okay, I've seen these characters, I want to kind of play them in the PvP setting. It'll flush out all those people that are just so frustrating about the game.
Indeed. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. I'd love to see something like it. Yeah, it'd be fun. And there's definitely a lot of room for it. I mean, it's been done before. In Warcraft 3, for God's sake.
Yeah. Shoot, we need something better than Diablo 3 right now.
Mm-hmm. But that's it for questions this week, guys. We love questions. We try to answer at least 2 every week. If you have a question for us about the show, about video games, about League, about anything really, wrap it if you will. Just post it in the comment section below. Send it to our email at spazzygaming@gmail.com, or post it on our Facebook page,
which we will eventually answer.
Indeed.
I'm sorry. Sorry about the delay on the contest. We haven't had time to go get the prizes stuff. We want to make sure we send the prizes out before we announce it, and kind of have a simultaneous release. So we've been trying to frantically. We've been in and out of all sorts of crazy things. The week has just been frantic between work and all sorts of stuff. So, also check out the Hex video guys. We're slowly putting those out as we go on. Apologize, there's no footage.
When is the alpha coming out?
Alpha is coming out on the 8th. We have no NDA, so that means I can cover whatever I feel like. Woo! So guys, keep that in mind. As soon as that alpha comes out, I'm going to be doing so much with it. So,
how are you going to find time to edit the videos and you're playing so much?
coinciding. When I take my breaks, I'll be editing.
Well, it's your opponent's turn. And editing.
Render! And then just frame rate drops. But yes, we will be keeping up with Hex as soon as it comes out, so make sure you keep in tact with us and not all the other people that are stealing footage from other people, because that's pretty shady. I just use pictures. This has been Water Elemental.
It's been Axis, and
I got a kitty!
I didn't.
She doesn't like you.
Yeah. I'm normally good with animals. I don't know what's going on.